And I thought I would come and say this real quick. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to have the last word, honestly. I think that it really, oh God, stalking somebody for 13 damn years that wants nothing to do with you, mental illness, straight up mental illness, okay? But what I'm gonna say now, I just got two back to back age restriction emails from YouTube. And you know what Spirit told me? Spirit said that's ridiculous. You know why they do that? They're doing that to make some kind of contact with you. You know, when you are desperately trying to force someone to think of you, you know what that means? That means that you're not satisfied with what you got going on, apparently. Keep in mind, guys, I never ever flag their content unless it's included some kind of revenge porn that they obtained through one person. Okay, unless it's involved revenge porn that they got that was dropped on me by one person. I was only with one person, one person. That was it. Or if they're using my photographs or my children's photographs. It's the only time I ever flag them. They're flagging because they want some kind of contact. You know, I just want you to think about me. Okay, I thought about you and I think that you're an idiot. Okay, you're a dumb dipshit. I'm up, you know, and you know what Spirit wants me to do? Spirit wants me to go ahead and shut down notifications from Gmail. That's one of the reasons why on my other phone I wasn't getting notifications from Gmail. Okay? I'm going to do that with this phone too. Okay? Otherwise, I would have finished these dishes, took myself upstairs, and went to bed. They want you to think about them. They want, and that is, how do you, again, what are you, like a glutton for punishment? You don't have no power. That's crazy when a stalker, when a person is so pathetic. What a pathetic imbecile. Can you imagine also, guys? Could you imagine being the unfortunate woman in the life of a man that is stalking people on the internet? Can you imagine? God, and why you keep laughing for? We know you're miserable. Y'all, I made this chocolate chip cake. It was so good. I did my little cream cheese trick again. Oh God, so good. I made icing to go on top. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely. Just stupid. And oh boy, how do you be a grown man and you're online arguing with a woman? That's why I suspected that's a woman. I suspect that old boy is a woman. Lamar, I believe that he's a woman. That could not possibly be a man. That's a stud. No man said no man ever. Especially being that I don't know that dude, never met him. No man. Eventually, I'm gonna tell you something. Even if a man had a mental illness or a person had a mental illness, typically after the first year, they gonna say, you know what? I'm not getting anywhere with this situation. This is stupid. Let me walk away. And you too stupid to check your own damn behavior. And literally mad at me, upset, very, very upset with me because people don't like them. Mad at me because they're getting roasted in their own roast sector. You can't make up this kind of stupidity and idiocy. You cannot ever. You can't. You can't make it up. Is it my fault that you trapped yourself in that situation because you was desperate for sex and what did you do? Sell your soul? What the fuck? I'm sitting there eating the rest of my cake, getting ready to go upstairs and getting ready to do these dishes. And I get two notifications. Spirit said they trying to contact you. But when you contact me, you run into my spirits, idiot. I want to make some kind of contact with you. That's why they do it. They have no reason to be flagging nobody. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I think it's a cry for help. Let me tell y'all something. That woman, Amanda, is begging me to throw her in jail. They hate each. Apparently, they must hate each other so much over there. They must hate each other so much and are so miserable that they are ready to go to jail. Because I told y'all, if y'all flag me one more time, I'm going to the police. What are you trying to call my bluff? Do you not like? How do you be a loser like that? How do you be a loser when you're not when you're not concerned about going to jail? Like what the hell? I should be the like literally the people that are willing to go at you. I think that lady over in Savannah, Georgia, gonna end up having both of y'all locked up too. I got a feeling that lady gonna get y'all. I do. I support anybody that is going at those two. I swear, especially the two of them. But then again, all of them. All of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all stupid. It really is. It is just so absolutely ridiculous. It really is. All right, let me cover up my cake. This cake was so good, y'all. I'm gonna make me some orange cookies too. I haven't done that in years. Y'all know them orange cookies with the icing on top? Oh my God. Oh my God. Absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna make some. I haven't done that in so long. I remember when, I don't know if y'all were watching me when we were in, Missouri and Lawrence. But I started like baking a lot of cookies because, I could be a good baker. Like, as far as like baking homemade, completely homemade cakes. Like, this was kind of homemade, only I used pancake mix. So, pancake mix has like flour, leavening, salt. So, it's already got a lot of what you need in it. You know what I'm saying? Baking is really not that difficult, but it is truly a gift to be able to bake. So, and I've baked a couple of homemade cakes years and years ago that I was not really successful at, but I definitely can make some good cookies. I can. So, you know, and orange cookies is my favorite. Yeah. Hey, how do you remain so resilient and level-headed when people spread rumors? Um, I do a lot. I do a lot, Yolanda. I really do. I do a lot. Mainly, I maintain a close relationship with my ancestors as well as God. And I do a lot of healing magic and witchcraft. I do a lot of that. But so there's certain herbs that you can burn, like mugwort and stuff, and then eyebright is really good. Eyebright is one of the herbs that tells the truth. So, honestly, if somebody is lying on you, burn some eyebright. They lie, they lie, backfires on them. Look it up. I think eyebright is a herb of the sun too. It's connected planetarily to the sun. Yeah. I think the main aspect of it, like actually, the rumors. I actually overcame those lies that they told about me years ago. They kept doing it and kept doing it. I think that I was seeing that somebody was doing some kind of was trying to attempt to do binding spell work and stuff to, make that stick to me, and spirit ain't gonna allow that. But I think the main aspect of it is that group energy, just their negativity, because they're willing to be friends with people that they know they don't even like and that they're jealous of, just so that they can go after just anybody. And I'm never like, there was a brief moment back in 2024 that I tried to be cordial with Bum Dot and Amanda, and never again, never again. That is never happening. That is never happening. And trust me, he getting ready to fall out with all those people. He getting ready to fall out with Kat, Pat. They all about to be beefing again. All of them. Trust me, because they're gonna get tired of it. They're gonna get tired of keep in mind. Cat Smith does not like. They don't like each other. That's what I don't understand. It. I don't, and why don't they just walk away? This is what I don't understand is why don't they just walk away? Clearly, I'm not going to allow you. Clearly, God is going to keep showing up. What do you think? God is just going to get tired? Let me tell you something. The Most High never gets tired. He never gets tired. You understand me? Never. I talk to God well, y'all know I'm a Hellenic polytheist. Hey, Stefan, you still up too? Hey, y'all know I'm a Hellenic polytheist, right? So I talk to the Most High. I talk to the gods every day, like every day. I am constantly talking to God, constantly talking to Spirit. So, and the way that they see it, they're stuck on the fact that they're not dead yet. He said it last night. He said, "You claim that we were supposed to be dead by now." And I'm like, well, I mean, would you want to die or something? What the hell is wrong with you? It's like they want to die. It's weird. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. It's like, why don't you just go away? They never do. They never do. And why they always got to be watching me? I said what I said last night. What did I do? Did I make you feel guilty? Did I make you feel guilty or something because you're over there because Cat Smith over there bragging about this and bragging about that while she tries to purposely cause instability in the lives of her targets? And I'm telling y'all the reason why those people were supportive in attacking my little ones, in particular my daughters, is because Tiffany did not like my daughters. Why did Tiffany not like my daughters? No reason. My daughters had never done anything to her. It was jealousy. Trust me. Two very beautiful young black girls. Both of them got perfect bodies, perfect faces. Just evil. Just evil. Them girls had never done. They were very respectful to her. No, never did anything to Tiffany. She just all of a sudden decided that she didn't like them. And that was one of the many reasons why me and her parted ways. That was one of the last things that she said to me. That I guess she must have knew she was already on her way out. What would you do if somebody came to you and said that to you? And I don't like your daughters. I said, well, you know what, Tiffany? I said, hey, let's let this go. You go your way, I'll go mine. And that was the last of the conversation. There was no more conversation. Okay. I don't play that about my kids. I don't play that about my people. If something happens to where I'm not getting along with my people, I know that it is something wrong, right? But if it ever came a time to where there was like a disagreement, those are still my children. So, and I don't know. I'm a different kind of mother. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the type of person to do that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it, because I'm gonna tell you something. That evil spirit, it is constantly trying to destroy your families. Constantly. Just know that, y'all. Just know that. I'm not saying be a fool. You know, I'm not saying be a fool, but because but when it comes to my kids, so I'm like, I don't care what they do. As far as the adversaries, you know what I'm saying? Main aspect of it is that my mom stopped speaking to me. I didn't speak to, well, we kind of just walked away from each other for the last 6 years of her life. I would never let that happen with any of my kids. Something was wrong, okay? Something was wrong. And it's all a setup. It's all a setup that I think has to do with inheritances and real estate. Don't ever let negative entities destroy your relationship with your family. Don't ever do it, because they think it's cute. They think it's cute. I'm telling you, don't do that. Like, I understand we all have bad family members. Like I said, I got a cousin that's had it out for me for years. She's done things that have hurt me to my core. She's like now she's really hurt my feelings, because she just talks about me like I'm nothing, like I'm just stupid and incapable, and it's very hurtful, you know what I'm saying? But other than, and I don't deal with her. I don't talk to her at all. I don't want to be around her because I know it would lead to an argument. You know what I mean? And am I going to forgive her for it? No, but I'm not going to try to, but I'll keep to myself when it comes to that, because it's been no reason. It's been no reason. I've went through a lot because of her. I have went through a lot because of one of my cousins. I'm not going to say which one, but I have been through a lot, you know. I know that they say that everything happens for a reason, And then another thing I want to tell y'all is that having one karmic family member does not mean that everybody in your family is a karmic. However, there are some. I've been hearing about gang stalking families that gang stalk family members and stuff. I don't believe that about my family. My grandma would have whooped they patooties, okay, from beyond the grave. She'd have got them. You know what I mean? Hey, I got some people in here. Revolution, Yolanda, Yaya. Yeah, she's definitely jealous of me, and I don't know why. Like it just I don't know. Like it's been very hurtful. Just I think the main aspect of it that really hurt my feelings is that she, kind of talks about me like I'm stupid, like I'm slow. And it's like, oh, really? But this stupid, slow person babysat all of your kids for free, didn't I? Funny how when you're there for people, how they repay you. I personally think that she's possessed, though, but I think that she's also Like spirit is giving me plenty of indication. Just steer clear of her because there's some other stuff going on, and I'm just not gonna deal with her. I'm not, and she's been doing it for years. Like that's what I was saying. Like um, before I ever came to social media, I was working down at Sprint, and she not only decided to have a beef with me, but then she tried to fight me at her house on Easter. I was like, why, cousin? Like, oh my God. Like, and y'all know that I don't fight with people. I don't like to be fighting and scratching and stuff like that. I just left. I said, let me get out of here. You know, very disrespectful, has spread so many rumors about me, has just done the most. So I'd rather just stay away from that person. But there's a lot of people in my family that are good. Like like I feel like the rest of the people in my family are good. Some of them are a little judgmental because I'm a witch. I keep telling them I don't practice witchcraft. I am a witch. Oh, well, that's a bad thing. Every witch is not bad. It like and I've tried to educate them before, like, okay, you have to understand that we have Native American roots in our family, and they were healers. So what are you talking about? They were shamans. They don't want to live. I still love them. As long as they don't mean me no harm, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has the right to their opinion, but it just, it is what it is. Okay, if my crystals and my stones does it for me, because and I'll be telling people, I'll be like, but everybody can't take those medications. Y'all know that high blood pressure, which is something else that I can't discuss, runs in our family. It always runs in the family, doesn't it? I can't take blood pressure medicine. Last time I took some blood pressure medicine was like 15 years ago. The crap made me almost go blind. I will never ever take blood pressure medicine. So what I do works for me. Now there are some days where I have felt spiritually attacked, and I can feel when my blood pressure is up. So I can't take blood pressure medicine. I can't do it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely afraid of it, and nobody's gonna make me do it. Do I feel like I have hypertension or high blood pressure that's gonna kill me? I don't. I don't. I'm very in tune with my body. I would know if something was wrong. And I know they say it's the silent killer, but my body is never silent. My body's never silent. Okay. It's not. Yeah. It's okay. I just wish that, people would, I just wish that people would go and handle their spiritual business. That's just like, that's just like this dude that is totally possessed by so many different entities was trying to tell me how stupid I was last night, when he literally has the lowest low vibrational incubuses and succubuses, like, that are literally crawling all around his whole soul and existence. Like, dude, you're literally possessed by so many, like, because I think that, like I said, there's millions of incubuses. They're so abundant. They are. I'm telling y'all. And it's certain stuff that does repel them, and certain stuff that they are afraid of, which number one is witches. Incubuses and succubuses are afraid of witches, but this dude is literally possessed by them. Obviously, he's always talking about sex. It's creepy. It's creepy when he talks about it. It just, don't it give you like a eerie feeling, like, ugh, like I couldn't even imagine. It doesn't, like, and this dude trying to talk to me like I'm stupid. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, no. No, I'm in the garage, y'all. And I'm gonna go upstairs. I am so sleepy at this point. I just wanted to get those dishes done. Y'all hear my low battery thingy? I do too, especially I respect witches too, especially witches that I don't, I don't want to say that because I've had to do dark stuff only for protection. Some people lead you no choice, but I do a lot of good, and that is a good thing to, because can you imagine like all of it, and it's crazy, but yeah, I can handle it. My whole family doesn't realize how much I protect all of them. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Probably because I'm really one of the only people that can handle it, you know, just being able to read people's thoughts and what they thinking and being able to see the stuff that people do, the evil that's inside of people when they could just literally walk away from people. Why are you trying to do harm to people's babies and unborn babies and stuff when you could just literally walk away from that person? What is wrong with you? You know? Oh, I'm definitely more spiritual, Yolanda. I grew up in the Baptist church. I think that, sorry about that, y'all. I'm in the garage. I think that I'm developing a better relationship with religion, because I can see how much it does help people, but like I be sensing certain entities in and on religious people all the time that are harming them. And they're being told that it's evil to do any kind of folk magic to help them. Even though the Bible does talk about herbs, the Bible does talk about crystals and stones, but I just, I personally don't think that, the original Bible necessary. I kind of think that that was something that was added. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine because y'all, I have sat there and watched certain stuff coming to my family and literally deflected it away. Like I'm talking about some horrific stuff. And it's almost like they can sense it coming and they'll just get really nervous and agitated. And then after I do what I do, which is not voodoo, I don't practice voodoo. When I do what I do, everybody be good. Everybody be okay, So anyway, by the way, guys, those fires that are in Georgia, I saw that coming. I saw a fire coming to Georgia, to the state of Georgia. I saw that coming, which is why I wanted to frantically get out of there. But that ain't even it, man. They gonna stop those fires. They are, but what is it burning into the air? What is the intention? What's the energy? That's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of smoke. Then when I was there in 2024, but of course at the time I was kind of chilling and then I was enamored. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna talk about that. But there was an explosion at a chemical factory. There was an explosion, and Spirit said, "You need to get out of there because something ain't right." It's been a lot of murders. I mean, it's because I still get a lot of news for Georgia in my home on my homepage feed. Like, don't get me wrong, Kansas City, they call it Killer KC. Okay, so we have the same issue, but it's something really, really, really heavy. And then I heard that Lake Lanier has been stinking up the cities, and they need to. I was trying to tell a friend of mine down there, and he did not like. I'm like, and I didn't even argue with him. I don't argue with men unless it's unless he was my husband, and I was like, don't drink that water or something. I'm telling you, don't drink it. But I drank the water down there. It tastes like bleach, but really heavy bleach. But Lake Lanier is the water supply for Atlanta, Stone Mountain. Uh, all you gotta do is look it up. It'll tell you. And that water is spoiled. It's putrefied now. So I was hearing about that like a week ago or so. I heard about that. Like, it's like, my goodness. It was okay. Like when I first got down there in 2015, it was so beautiful. The energy was amazing. The energy was amazing. Like you could go out like so I moved into it was a townhome. It was one of my first places there over in Decatur. And I was sitting in there just like in my dining room at my altar, and I go and I step outside and there's fireflies just all in the trees. And I asked the people around there, they said no. They said that never happens. Fireflies just kind of buzz around. They said that just happened for you because it was lit up like Christmas lights, and it does literally look like a forest. It's like a city in a forest, and it would rain a lot. It was beautiful, and something changed. It just made me like, it was weird the feeling that I got. Like, it was really weird. So, and I was there for 9 years. I was there almost a decade. Well, I actually wanted to leave in 2021, but I kind of got blindsided by a bunch of stuff. Like, I couldn't leave. I couldn't. Somebody would have. I kept telling my family like, y'all should have literally just came down there and physically got me, because when my mother passed away, I was functional. I was good. I was trying to be happy. I'm always the type of person that's gonna, just keep an upbeat attitude and energy and frequency. But inside, I was literally screaming because my mother had died. Like that's one of the worst experiences that anybody can have. Even if you can't stand your mother, that's hard. I loved my mother. So, you know, people can try to turn me against her, and no, like I my mother was possessed. She was diagnosed with cancer. My mother was going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? This lady literally raised me, and I had a pretty good childhood. I can't complain about my childhood. It wasn't until I was an adult and my mother got older, and then when she got diagnosed with cancer, she changed, a lot. But when we were still in Kansas, we went to visit her. And she was, she was happy that we were there. I think my mother just really freaked out when I moved. Like she was not happy about me moving even an hour away. And, even though it came across very negative, like our relationship changed when I moved to Kansas. Like I can go back and look at emails, but it was all love. You know what I'm saying? She was upset. She tried a lot to do things for me that made sense. Like for example, when I first I had already had Tyrese, and then I got pregnant with Deja, and I got ready to move out, and she said, "Please don't go and rent. Please, you're moving to an apartment." I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "On Section 8." I was like, "Well, yeah, Mom, what's wrong with this?" She was like, "A lot." She was like, "Please just let me buy you a house. I'll help you." And she was not lying. She would have did it. I was stupid, and she got mad. Like, my mother, she thought I was stupid and crazy because I was young and stupid and dumb. Like, she was an amazing person. Christmas is not the same without her. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much. You know, sucks. So one of the worst things that can ever happen to a person is their mother dying. You know, especially when maybe it helped. Maybe because my mother was very psychic. Maybe because she knew that she was gonna pass away, and maybe it made it easier. I don't know. It didn't. It didn't. I can promise you that. Us not talking or not being as close did not make it easy. And then, of course, I got my beliefs. She would not let me heal her. I didn't understand that because my mother was definitely into the craft. She would not let me heal her. I don't know what that was about. So, yeah, I'm getting better and better every day, you know, but I went through a whole breakdown, you know. So, yeah. Anywho, y'all, I am done with the dishes. And I'm going to come up here and get a few hours of shut eye. Y'all have a beautiful day. Call your people. Tell them you love them. Not saying that something bad going to happen to them, but I'm just saying, try to repair your relationships with your people. Okay? And, because that negative spirit will pop up. It will. Because it doesn't want you to happy. It's definitely tearing down families. Started happening. I'm in 2010, 2011. It's just like some kind of strange war tactic or something. So, you know what I mean? All right, guys. I'm going to lay down. I swear, as soon as my head hits this pillow, I am out like a light. Okay? All right. Love you guys. I got to go. Bye.